All right. Oh, my belly's full. I had a feast. Had a feast. Good, healthy, clean food. Mm. Mm. Excuse me. Um, I want to talk about that. I guess. Kind of what I went through. Da da da. The the fasting that I've done. So twice now. When I first started to fast, I ate as pretty much as I wanted to. I stayed full, but I quit eating meat and other shit. I was a very just rice, vegetables, and fruit. So very clean diet. And took me a while just to get used to that. Uh, first 3 days, my belly growled and argued with me. Um, But then that broke, okay, and that got easier. And then took 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks of my fast, as I talked about, we went through the process of the Bible and completed like a little revelation there. Had completion. Okay, well, then I kind of had another one here. So after the first 2 weeks, I changed some things. Kind of changed up here in the third week. I said the third week was probably going to be a transition, and it was. Not that I planned it or anything. It just kind of worked out that way. Um, so I kind of switched to white rice, and I tried just eating rice. I don't know how many days it's been now. It's only been like 2 or 3 days that I've cut my food down. Maybe it's kind of been happening all week because I've slowly been running out of vegetables, like one here and one there. So I've kind of been cutting down all week a little bit at a time. But I guess the last couple of days I really cut down. I went just to rice. And then yesterday I had a break and I had another little revelation, I guess, or a little healing session. But every time I go into this, I go into a very dark, before it breaks and I enter into the light, it gets dark. So your demons, if you got demons, you got corruption and evil inside of you. Um, they're not going to be out in the light. They're not going to be easy to find. You're not just uh, you, you're going to have to go into the darkness. Okay, and when you're in the fucking darkness, you're lost, man. There's confusion. There's chaos. There's lots of wild shit. All right. So that's why if you're following along in my videos, you can see that. You can see that in my videos. Like it's just pretty obvious, I think, when there's clarity and light, and I'm speaking plainly and clearly, and everything is good. And then when I'm in the darkness, like the things that I talk about, for one, my past and where I come from or what I've been through, and like when I'm in the light, I'm more in a teaching mode. When I'm in the darkness, I'm more in a learning mode, kind of talking things out with y'all, my own problems, and learning shit about myself. And there tends to be a little confusion. Not everything in there clicks together. Um, so I still didn't get all of it. I know this because I didn't have a break where evil broke and light just completely filled in. I had a break where I had enough. I think the corruption in me had enough. We both wore out. It's like, okay, ring the bell. We gonna between rounds here. You know. So uh, I went. I didn't eat anything today. I ate yesterday. Yesterday I just had 3 bowls of food. Yesterday morning was what I say, a quarter cup of rice. Yesterday afternoon was a quarter cup of rice with just like a few little slices of mushroom in there. Okay, and then yesterday evening I had another quarter cup of rice with beans. I think I cooked some beans, mushrooms. I put mushrooms in it, and I had some beans. So I guess I started picking up eating a little bit there yesterday evening, or I could tell that my body was wanting food. Okay, So, but then today I went all day until I think I was up on the mountain. It was like 1:30, so it was probably 2 o'clock before I got back here and got some food in me. Um, and before I got food in me, man, like my skin, I could tell like it's kind of pale. I'm kind of white now. I am kind of white. I need to get some sun. Um, but it's more like a pale, as in like a not normal kind of pale for me. Of course, I hadn't drank much water either. You know, I said in one of the videos, didn't um, have much desire for water either yesterday or here lately. For a while now, actually, I haven't really had much strong desire for water. And that's something about me and my body. I've always been that way. I don't drink as much as most people. I don't know. It's like my body doesn't require as much water as most people's. Um, so these dark periods and everything. I went through this the very first time I found God, and I fucked up. If I would have completed the process then, I wouldn't be going through all these struggles, but I am now. But nobody completes the process on the first time. Everybody fails. Everybody gives in to temptation. Um, except Christ. I guess Christ didn't. I don't know. Christ still failed. He didn't fail, but he accepted everybody's sin, so he sinned. He loved something, the world, greater than he loved himself. So, you know, God sent himself to the world, sent his son to the world because he so loved the world. Okay, I don't know that exact verse. He loved something outside of himself more than himself, and that caused him to hurt himself. You know, or to allow us to hurt him, whatever, it doesn't matter. And that you know, that is sin. When we do things that hurt us, that is sin. Uh, you know, that separates us from ourselves and sends us into hell, I guess. So, but it was out of love, right? It was out of love to save the world, to save the world. So that's kind of, you know, I guess that's, you say that's what I'm doing with myself here. I'm diving into the darkness. I'm diving into the darkness of my own world, where it's corruption and bad ways and shit. So I have to go down in there and suffer with them. Okay, suffer with my own suffering. um. So like I say, the first time when I connected to God, I was supposed to go on a journey in the woods, and I prayed and asked God. I said, you know, that I you know, take blood or whatever pain, suffering, whatever I have to do to pay my dues. Okay, that's what I want to do. You know, pick up my own cross and bear my own cross. That's again with Christianity. Christ does not just wash your sins away for free. You got to bear your own cross. Okay, it doesn't work like you know. You don't just get on your knees and, oh, forgive me and thank you, my sins are washed away. It doesn't fucking work that way. If you read the Bible, it's clear it doesn't work that way. There are trials and tribulations you must go through. Okay, so I thought my journey would have just been in the woods. If I could have just went off in the woods and not went and saw my ex, you know, gave in to temptation and went and seen her. If I would have just went in the woods and been with God and completed that, buddy, I would have walked around like Christ did. I mean, I'm certain of it. God was leading me through everything, and I give in to temptation. And it says in Revelations that we all give in to temptation, that the mystery, the mother of Babylon, will cause all 10 kings to fornicate, I believe is what it says, to sin, to fall. Okay. And this is in Revelations, the battle the war that must be fought in order to create the new world without any tears and suffering and stuff, you know. So Every time I do this, every time I cleanse my body out or do anything like that, that I try to kick a habit or something, let me tell you how evil works and this temptation and stuff. Every time I get deep into myself like that, I purify, I get rid of all the worldly pleasures as much as I can, anyways, and I go as deep as I can. So, food is a worldly pleasure. Okay, yes, you must let your body suffer in order to cleanse it, purify it. And your demons aren't going to like that. It's not really your body that's suffering; it's evil that suffers in this process. Uh, but see, evil is attached to your body. Evil attaches and clings on to your body. Um, so it's really up to you. You don't have to do any more than you're capable of doing. But until you clean yourself out, you're always going to carry some corruption around with you until you get down into your core, which is like the sun. The sun is inside of you and it's shining out, but until you get down to it, you have things that are blocking out light. Um, so you want to shine a light on all that stuff, The sun doesn't reach everywhere, especially we build houses and stuff, but there's caves in the world and everything. But we can create our own light in here. We can shine a light in there and figure out what's going on and everything and bring it out. When you talk about things, that's kind of shining a light in where maybe the sun can't reach or something. That's Christ. He says there will be a 12 foundation building built. This is in Revelations. And he will be the light inside the building. There's no sun or nothing in there. He is the light. Okay, so you must do this with yourself. You got to build your own 12 foundation building, which is really your body and your temple. But you kind of have to build it. In order to do that, you got to purify out your body. You got to get rid of all the nasty shit. Your body's a temple. If it's all cluttered up and disgusting and nasty, then that's not godly. That's ungodly. That's filth, evil. Something I was wanting to get into. I don't know. That covers a good bit of stuff there. So like I say, every time I go in, there's I get in there and it's dark and it's confusion. You have to work your way through the darkness and the confusion. So that's why I talk to y'all. I'm showing this. This is the process of healing yourself, the process of the Bible, the journey you must take inside yourself in order to find God and to create the kingdom of heaven, which is within, or to find the kingdom of heaven, which is already there. You just got to clean all the shit out of it. Okay? So this is the healing process. And I can help you, but only if you're willing to help yourself. You have to desire that on your own accord. And you have to look and try to see what I'm doing. You have to be able to see through the confusion and stuff too, or see the confusion that I go through and know that you're going to go through that, okay? There are many, many different things you can do as far as fasting. Fasting is not just a food type of deal. Fasting is separating yourself from worldly pleasure. So your fleshly desires and pleasures. It could be taking a nice, comfortable shower all the time. Try taking a hot bath or a hot shower or a cold shower or a cold bath. Anything like that. Anything that takes you outside your comfort zone will take you into those dark areas. Okay, when you stay inside your comfort zone, you may be in the comfort in the area of comfort, but if you got lots of darkness inside of evil and corruption, then you will be confined and limited to that comfort zone, and you won't be able to reach out and connect with the world or people around you and stuff. You'll struggle at making good, healthy connections and living life to your fullest potential. You won't live it to your fullest potential because you're trapped in this little bubble. You got to get out of the fucking bubble. It's dangerous. It's chaotic. It's hell, man. It's hell. You got to go through hell. And see, this is I used to When I connected to God, I used to preach against the Old Testament God. The Old Testament God is evil because the Old Testament God wants you to stay in the Garden of Eden in your nice little comfort zone. Never wants you to go anywhere. Doesn't want you to grow up. Wants you to just stay little children, innocent, ignorant little children. Which is, honestly, that God didn't do that because he was evil. That God done that because he was trying to protect our innocence. He did not want us to lose ourselves and become corrupted and evil. Okay, but we did. God had to learn. God had to learn that it doesn't work like that. You can't do that. You can't give somebody free will and then try to entrap them in a bubble. Be like, oh no, curiosity is going to take over. Curiosity will win. I promise you. If you have children, you're not going to stop their curiosity. You may delay it for a time or something, but if you're not going to stop it, you have to recognize it and guide it appropriately. And you as their parent directly influence their curiosity. So whatever they see you doing, whatever they are exposed to, that they see adults doing, but they're not allowed to do because they're little, they're going to be curious about that, and they're going to try to do that as soon as they get a chance. Whether it be drinking, dipping, drugs or habits or sex or whatever. Okay? They're going to develop those curiosities about it. So if you don't want them fucking being curious about shit, be a responsible parent. Be a responsible parent. Provide a proper environment for them to grow up in where they're not exposed to evil, corrupt things before they are old enough to understand these things. And I say evil, corrupt things. When I say evil, corrupt things, I'm not really just talking about alcohol or weed or sex. These things are not evil in themselves. The evil comes from addictions and bad relationships, having a bad relationship with sex itself or with alcohol itself or drugs or something. When you have a bad relationship with something, that is evil. You can pretty well do anything you want in this world if you got a healthy, good relationship with it. So it says in Revelations, all things are here for our pleasure. Okay? So that's enough. I'm going to try to do some short videos again. Like I said, I like to change it up. I just done like a 8-minute one there earlier, I think. So this one a little less than 20 minutes. I got to learn to cut my shit off. I know I'm still working on it. That's because that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Cleaning out goddamn evil and corruption and shit. Getting it out of the way. So that I can say what I mean and mean what I say. So I'm not going, all right, telling you I'm fucking done leaving and then keep going and not knowing how to say fucking goodbye and all this other shit. It's it'll work out. It'll all work out, and we'll get her done. I'll get her done. Y'all follow with me, learn. You can do the same shit for yourself and for your own life. It's got to apply to you. You have to apply it to yourself and your life, okay? Figure out what the fuck you need to do, okay? If you need help, I don't know, reach out and try to get a hold of me. I'm on here. I'm on Facebook. TikTok's more just like a goddamn... I don't care a lot for TikToks. Too short. People on there, man, they're just in too big a damn hurry. Okay? You can't be in a fucking big hurry and do this. Okay? If you want to do this, you got to do it right. And you try to get in a hurry about it, and you'll be just like I was. You'll fucking fail again and again and again. You'll stumble all over yourself, and you won't fucking get it done. You got to slow down, and you got to do it right. It has to be done right. That's God. God doesn't fucking screw around and fuck things up and, fiddle dick around. He pays attention. He knows what the fuck he's doing. He does it the right way the first time. Or if he makes a mistake, he instantly, he learns immediately and fixes it, corrects it. Okay? So, let's have a little moment of silence. Goodbye. See y'all fuckers later. Take care. Be good. I love you.